am on the road headed to Springfield, Illinois, the capital of Illinois. But what's really happening is that I am headed to the capital to read as a part of the Illinois Rhodes Scholars Program. It's the ROAD, R-O-A-D. I know you guys think I'm brilliant enough to be an R-H-O-D-E scholar, but that's not my ministry. My ministry is to be over here with the thing that sounds like that thing but isn't quite that thing. But anyway, it's been an awesome opportunity. It's a grant-funded program. Well, no, not grant-funded. It's state-funded through the Illinois Humanities. And what they do is you can, if you're a working artist and resident of the state, or a presenter, speaker, you can apply to this program via the Illinois Humanities website and become a ROAD, R-O-A-D, scholar. And any nonprofit or school can contract you to come to their organization and do your shtick, your presentation, your incredibly valuable content to present it for them. And it only costs them $75. I made it to Springfield, Illinois with an hour to spare until the reception starts. And let's see here. It is a small town, and Illinois and Missouri, which is across the river, are both places that have these cities that have the biggest name or the most well known in the state, but the capitals are in these kind of, I guess you could say, kind of smaller places. If we were in Mississippi, I would say country. But I'm going to the State House Inn, and I can see the Capitol. Can you guys see the Capitol over there, Capitol building? It looks like the Capitol building at least. And there's the State House Inn. So let me see what's happening. All right. There's the light. Okay. All right, it's looking pretty nice. I have double beds, and the room looks pretty nice. It looks clean, you know, well appointed. And let's see what the day looks like. It's a rainy day here in the capital of Illinois, and not much. I have been drawn over here like a moth to a flame to one of my compadres, my fellow ROAD, R-O-A-D, scholars and presenters. What is your name, sir?
John Austin.
John Austin, and you are embodying...
I portray Dr. Benjamin Franklin Lyford, who is a civilian Civil War field embalmer.
Oh, wow.
And we're actually going to talk this evening about Civil War field practice.
Okay, so a good old undertaker.
Absolutely.
The last man to let you down.
Exactly. No, actually, undertakers during the Civil War did not embalm typically.
Really?
They didn't know the process or the procedure.
Okay.
The process was introduced.
He's blowing my mind right now.
Well, sit in the front row. Sit in the front row and you'll...
But are you aware that your body is still among us, is still living? Okay.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Because like...
Yeah, I just go back in time.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. Excuse me, dear sir, dear body. I'm going to remove your shroud for a second and just ask you a couple of questions. Oh, wow. Please know that he has his coins for Karen when he crosses the river. He will get in, honey.
You know the mythology.
Oh, I'm an English major. I'm working on my 3rd English degree, darling.
Perfect. Okay.
So, dear sir, dear body.
Yes.
Is this a friend of yours? Are you just doing him a favor?
He is a friend of mine, yes.
Okay, fantastic. You're a great friend. I don't know if he's covered you too soon.
Well,
Or is he just resting? Should I cover him back up?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
what I wanted is a bit of the element of surprise.
Okay,
But
fantastic.
if he's going to get too hot, obviously we don't want him sweating.
Right.
I think I may move this over.
Yeah, should I warn you if I start to feel that?
Start to feel what?
Sweaty?
No, I'll see.
Should I like tap on the...
Oh, please know that this roster of presenters is diverse and varied.
Please welcome Treasure Shields Redmond.
Thank you. She was the 20th child. She was poor, she was colored, and she was a woman. And at one time, she was beaten. So this second poem is called Around the Time of Medgar. First beaten was in a hot Winona jail. Corn whiskey paid to a colored man. Beat me till he give out. Beat me like they told him. Beat my hips for being wide, my back for not being bent. They beat us all for the look in our eyes. I am here after the Illinois Rhodes Scholar presentations with some fantastic supporters of the arts from the Illinois Humanities. Would you please introduce yourselves and tell me your title?
I'm John. I'm the administrator at the Illinois Humanities.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm Paul. I'm the director of programs with Illinois Humanities.
Wonderful, wonderful.
My name's Elliot. I don't know. I'm a dream maker. I do communications.
Yes, and
I'm Catalina Maria Johnson. I have a radio show, Being Latino. Check it out. It's bilingual, Spanish, English, all kinds of music. And I'm a Rhodes Scholar.
Yes, this is wonderful company, wonderful presentations, and it's been a wonderful night. It is your intrepid poet, Treasure Shields Redmond, on the highway proselytizing for the gospel of verse. As usual, I am headed to McKendree University to read poetry as a part of their Poetry Month festivities. McKendree University is a small university here on the east side of the Mississippi River in the St. Louis metropolitan east. And I've made it to the campus of McKendree. And it's a pretty little campus. All of the buildings look sort of new though. But I'm headed over here to the library, past this pretty fountain, to kind of see if the room setup is cool, and to meet with my contact, whose name is Jenny Mueller. Walking up. Hi, Jenny Mueller of McKendree University. How are you doing?
I'm good.
So good to meet you
Nice.
too.
Thank you so much for all coming. But those of you who are here, who are my students, have already read some of her poetry and talked about her range, her writer's range. Among the many qualities that I see and hear in her work is her remarkable ability to create a powerful sense of voice, sustained by an equally strong control of her poem's form. But you don't have to know poetry terms like form to feel the deep life and the charge in her work. Her literary skill is working behind the scenes, but what comes across to the audience is a magic in which we feel the power of a speaker's soul and personality. In her book Chop, for example, which is, I think we're mainly going to hear poems from Chop today, right? Mm-hmm. So in her book Chop, which we're going to hear from today, we are told of the life of Fannie Lou Hamer in poems that convey Hamer's voice and story with, as Treasure calls it, shots of bourbon-strong imagery. If you know anything about Fannie Lou Hamer's role in our history, you know that that's really a formidable voice to take on in poems of just 7 short lines each. But Treasure's talent carries that voice to us in all its joy, force, pain, and brilliance with what seems like ease. So too do the poems she writes in her own voice come to us, at once lightly and yet with the fierce power of art. It's a remarkable gift that she carries and that she brings with her words and that she shares with us today. And now please welcome our guest, Treasure Shields Redmond.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? Good. Fantastic. Fannie Lou Hamer was proof of what many of us suspect. I am across the street from East St. Louis Senior High School, and I'm about to go spend some time with some student poets there. So I decided to stop at a store not too far from the school, and it's all encased in glass. And I always wonder, why do people work in communities where they're so frightened of the people who live there? It's very interesting to be all encased in glass. So there is literally nothing I can just pick up and look at. I guess the alcohol I could, but so many items are just behind glass. So I guess I have to ask for what I want from this fine establishment. I am here at East St. Louis Senior High School in East St. Louis, Illinois, and excited to work with these student poets. I got my Funyuns and my Snickers. Hey Jamal, tell me a bit about this program and what you're doing with these fantastic student poets.
So, this is the Writers Club. I've been coming to the East Side for about a year now. We started a Writers Club in January of this year. It is now April. And we have about 8 students that come pretty much every week. And they just write. We have poets, we have nonfiction writers, we have fiction writers, creative writers, we have people who just write poems in their heads and just spit. And a lot of them use Wattpad to, upload their work. And that
right. And you know what? Jamal helped me to Wattpad. I never heard of this app. But, we always complain that young people aren't writing and aren't reading. But I swear to you that this millennial generation are generating more text than any other. They don't have to lug a typewriter. They don't have to lug a PC. And Wattpad.
Like a light bulb, Wattpad.
Right. They're like uploading their own books.
Absolutely.
And it's fantastic. So you're completing your master's at WashU.
Yes, at WashU.
Yes.
Yep, and I'm graduating in less than 30 days.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes, I'm
Black
very excited.
Excellence.
Yep.
So
let's. We're about to get started. My plan is, I open the door, I introduce you, you go.
Okay. Let's do this. I have put these young people to work. They're writing their award-winning, prize-winning Quansavas.
I'm sorry, I really can't.
Tremia is going to read her draft, Quansava. So go for it.
Blood that scorched rain, taint clear crimson. Scream rage and angry hate blazing, burning. Care for well-being, dried and rocky. Love for someone else who is no longer pure. Broken and sick tends to play well, cold but warm his open arms. Let death breathe life into me, please.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm a ferocious fighting target setting sail. Wonder if I'm closer to hell than I think, which always makes me wonder why I wear red and dark pink. people always say, Kayla, are you really you? Why does it seem like it all can't really be, unfortunately, true?
Ooh.
Wow, you got in rhyme in a Quansaba? That's like a genius move, girl. Kayla, I salute you.